Welcome to the Trivia Battle, everybody. Thank you for joining the live stream this evening. I've been looking forward to this since day one when I sent the message over to the guys asking if they would want to participate. So, much to my surprise, they all gave me a favorable response, so the idea just kind of clicked. Seemed like it would be a lot of fun, get these groups together, play my role a little bit as host and facilitator. Definitely a big fan, just like everybody else, of these guys. Maybe even turn this into something of a tradition, get some of the other podcasts involved, some of the other groups in the community and the different channels, maybe even, like a tournament. But we're all pretty busy, right? So we can't do it very often. But keep that in the back of your mind. Maybe the winner tonight can challenge somebody in the future here and keep this going down the road. Because it could, a great way to bring the community together, like I said, in the different channels and podcasts. Maybe even do some charity stuff along the way for everybody. The One Roof Foundation comes to mind. But anyways, great to have everybody along tonight. We're running a little bit of a stream delay. Just a heads up, everybody. So answers in the chat won't spoil the experience for the guys here on the channel. So kind of keep that in mind if you're trying to chat with us. Delayed just a little bit. So feel free to play along tonight. We got the guys queued up in the green room, as I like to call it. I think everybody's settled in, so let's not waste any more time. I'm going to bring the guys in. We've got two great duos here. The first, let's switch these guys around just a little bit, right? We're going to put RJ and Dylan on the left there, Joey and Jeff on the right, hailing from the green glow of Emerald City Hockey. These guys work their butts off to bring you the latest and greatest Kraken news and content. It gives me great pleasure to welcome RJ and Dylan from ECH. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing great.
All right. Yep. Thanks for having us, Mike. Feeling a little bit under the weather there. Kind of cold yesterday, but I am ready to go.
Nice. Next, we have our friends from the Kraken Pod. They make us laugh a lot and kind of give fans another good angle to get excited about hockey. And occasionally we have to put the earmuffs on sometimes with their streams. I don't have any problem with that, but unpredictably fantastic, I like to say about Jeff and Joey. Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
We're good. Yeah. I want to give props to Emerald City. The fact that you guys get down and actually show us stuff from practice and all that, I really appreciate that, because we're in Louisiana. So, our hockey live watching experience is nil. So, props to y'all, and thanks for having us in here. We are, and by the way, too, I just want to say I was a little late to get in here because I have, 3 small kids. And I basically live with cold, so that's no excuse. That is no excuse. I probably had COVID A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Omega,
Bro,
whatever.
this is the Jordan flu game. Like, I'm not feeling good at all.
Listen to that.
I'm coming in with the cold sweats. Yeah, get ready. I'm just saying. Also, I like how it's very on brand, because Emerald City Hockey is just like on point with their shit earmuffs. Like, have the logo and everything like set up. Jeff looks like he's in a restaurant bathroom, and I look like I've been kidnapped. So this is already starting off great. I'm ready to roll. I'm not making fun of your wallpaper. Don't tell your wife that. I don't want her to start redecorating after this is over.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's on point, definitely.
You guys have a better setup, a much better setup, all of you.
Yes.
So, guys, we've got, it's great to have you and all the viewers, of course, logging in tonight. Thank you again for being a part of this. We got the Kraken season starting here. We are just 1 week away. And, kind of behind the scenes, we all agreed this would be a good way to rally everybody together, the fans, just kind of kick back. You all work pretty hard, relax just for a little bit, have a good time. So thanks again for being here. RJ and Dylan, if you guys want to just kind of introduce yourselves real quick. I'm sure everybody is very familiar with you, but anybody that might be new around here, if you guys could just give a little bit of an intro, that'd be great.
Yeah. You want to start? Okay. All right. We're Emerald City Hockey. We're an independent media company that covers the Kraken. So we, as Jeff mentioned, we're kind of there every day covering all the practices, got the latest and all the news and everything. I'm at all the games and basically covering the entirety of training camp all through the season. We've got here. I'll pass it over to Dylan to talk about our different platforms, what we do.
Yeah, so you can check us out on Instagram or Twitter at Emerald City HKY. All of our, the latest news and everything will be up there. And then we also have our own YouTube channel where we host, post-game lives after every single Kraken game, home and away. Those are always a lot of fun, a good way to connect with the community and talk about each and every game afterwards, because that's what sports fans want to do, right? And it's a great way to hang out, celebrate all the wins, pick each other up after the losses. It's a lot of fun.
And
Absolutely.
of course, don't forget the Deep Dive podcast.
Yes, we forgot that the other night. Also, check out our podcast on all the podcast platforms. The Deep Dive, great weekly podcast covering all things Kraken.
Definitely. I mean, I'm like I said earlier, I'm a fan of all of you guys. I try to keep up to date on all the podcast episodes and everything. So it's fun for me to kind of get to do this. Jeff, Joey, if you want to give maybe a little bit of glimpse, Jeff, if you maybe want to kick it off. Little background, what drew you guys to covering Kraken hockey?
So this is a pretty cool story. I'm from Detroit originally. I grew up in the heyday of the Red Wings. I started off before they were, the Red Wing championship hockey. I'm 43, so I enjoyed a lot of bad hockey and the start of Steve Yzerman. So I've been a huge hockey fan. Well, long story short is I married a girl from Louisiana and I moved to Louisiana. And then I met Joey not too long after because of some social media stuff. That's what I do on a daily basis is social media work. So like a year and a half ago, 2 years, maybe like a year and a half ago, Joey's like, hey, dude, do you want to start a podcast about hockey? I was like, yeah, like what about? He's like, about the Kraken. And I said, well, I don't know anything about the Kraken. And he's like, well, nobody does. It's, like it's not even a team yet. They're not even kicking off. And I was like, well, I'm from Detroit. People are going to think I'm like weird that he's like, you got a chance to get into the Kraken just like everybody else. It's new to everybody. I was like, that's a good point. So we started the podcast. I fell in love with the Kraken. I'm still a Red Wings fan, but man, I'm like all in on the Seattle Kraken. And I got to tell you, Joey can tell you this is what's impressive is I've been watching hockey my whole life and I'm an idiot. Joey has been watching hockey for now. How long, maybe? Like, how long have you been into this?
A year. See, now I feel like I'm already being set up for failure because they're going to be like, look how much he's learned. Then we're going to go to trivia and just get smashed.
No. I'm going to give props to Joey. This dude is like a research guy. Like he like just absorbs everything. And from literally episode 1 to like episode 47 that we just finished, right? This guy is now a hockey pro. So props to Joey. So, Joey, you tell him your story. Where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm actually born and raised in Washington State. I grew up in the Lacey and Olympia area and then moved away from home when I was 18. But I'm a Seattle diehard everything. And that's never wavered throughout my entire life, no matter like where I've moved. Like I was in the Navy for 4 years in Virginia, Colorado, and now I've been in New Orleans where I met Jeff. And Jeff kind of like undersold his whole part in the Kraken pod because not only like did I think of him when I wanted to like when I thought about this idea for a podcast, but Jeff also worked in radio for like a decade. Like he's actually like a consummate pro, whereas I am not. Two decades, 2 years,
2 decades, almost 17 years. 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, see, there you go. So I just knew it would be a really good fit, and I knew that he could talk hockey, and we could develop a dynamic. So that's how the Kraken Pod really started. It's been a year. So yeah, I'm Joey. I'm one half of the Kraken Pod, and you can check us out. All of our handles are at Kraken Pod, so we're pretty easy to find.
Yeah, thanks guys for all that, and everyone watching, listening tonight. I'm going to try to put this over, on my podcast channel afterwards as well. If you haven't already, please go like, follow, subscribe, rate, review, all that stuff for these guys for being here. They work very hard. Both Emerald City Hockey and the Kraken Pod, great stuff, great content. Again, I try to do my thing as well, so I appreciate the support. But yeah, go out. There's I got links down in the description here for the video for their link trees. So go out and please review, rate, like, subscribe, all that stuff. You can find all of us on your favorite podcast apps, and it's just without you guys, the listeners, viewers, and the love you're throwing out there for us, we can't do this obviously without you. We're not huge, giant, million subscriber type accounts, so it's definitely very appreciated. I'm sure, not to speak for the guys, but we thank everybody for the support and being here. So with that said, we're going to keep moving forward here, get into the trivia battle. A couple of quick notes. We do have potentially Brandon from 32 Crew might drop by and say hi. He's going to maybe play our lifeline for you guys, a phone a friend, if you will. So we'll see. He might jump in around halftime or towards the end of the stream. But yeah, it's always good to talk to him. And Jeff and Joey, if you guys are struggling to answer some questions, I know we got the asterisk up already because guys are not feeling healthy. And I know that RJ and Dylan are pretty good at trivia. That's the word on the street here in Seattle. I've heard some things. Dylan even admitted,
RJ anyway.
Yeah, they've done their studying. So we're gonna put you guys to the test a little bit. Remember, again, everybody watching and everyone competing tonight, this is all for fun and bragging rights, of course. But let's just focus on having a good time here. I did the best I could to kind of put it all together. I'm not typically a trivia host, but tonight that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got approximately 375 questions prepared for you guys. No, I'm kidding. No, it's more like 20 or 25 or 30. So you're going to do great. The first few are kind of warm-up questions. I got no doubt you guys are going to knock it out of the park. Get your legs under you a little bit. So we kind of prepped before, got the ground rules down, but it's pretty simple for those watching. We're going to alternate questions, give the first team a chance to answer. Most of the questions are eligible to be stolen, so the other team can take the point. We've got some visual questions. We've got a few where they're going to write down their guess and reveal their answer. So basically just variety trivia, not too heavy in any specific topic. Obviously hockey and Seattle themed a little bit. And also a big shout out to Ty Jacobs. He was a huge contributor. I joke around that he's my editor-in-chief. He's a great supporter of all the content channels in the market here. So again, big shout out to him. I think he's in the air right now flying because the weather cleared up. So we'll catch him in the replay, I think. But we're also going to have a quick halftime. You guys can kind of talk about what's going to be happening on your channels for season 2 and maybe take a few questions in the chat if we're able. But we'll see where we're at timing-wise. Don't want to go too long, obviously, right? Got families and things to do on the side. But anyhow, so before the stream, I kind of randomly picked who was going to go first from a random number generator there. So Emerald City Hockey, you're going to lead things off. You have the honors. So let's get into it here. I'm going to pop up the first question, get a chance to answer, and then if you don't get it right, then the guys from Kraken Pod can steal. Okay, but these first few are pretty easy. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah,
ready. Let's go.
All right, first question. What mythological creature can be found dwelling underneath the Fremont Bridge in Seattle?
Give him the trophy already.
Hey, go ahead, Dylan. I think you can handle this. I think you can handle this one.
I was gonna say, I think this is a good one for you just to start off with the cold and everything.
All right. We'll go with the troll. Final answer.
All right. I mean, I was going to be super surprised if somebody didn't get that, but obviously.
Is it a Kraken?
All right, Jeff and Joey, your turn. Here we go. Question 2. During the glory days of Seattle icons such as Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, what mythological creature occupied Key Arena as their mascot?
I'm going to go with Squatch.
Final.
That is correct.
Final answer. All right.
All right, so good start. Like I said, these first few are easy. These are just like warm-up questions.
Are you keeping track? Are you keeping track of scores?
Yeah, I have a scoreboard. It's kind of small, but you can see it.
Oh,
so right.
Look at that. Hey, Joey, take notes of all the cool stuff that
I have so many notes. I have so many notes. We just started. Yeah.
They have cameras. They have
they have signs, their logo on it. Oh my God.
What? We need
One
that.
thing I was saying before the stream I'm going to add is air conditioning because it is extremely hot in this room right now. I have all my lights on and stuff. And yeah, so air conditioning, that would be nice. All right, question 3, back to ECH here. According to local legend, under what Puget Sound galloping bridge can you find the largest Pacific giant octopus? Which galloping bridge in the Puget Sound?
Well, the thing that would come to mind was what Galloping Gertie, but that's not still there, is it? Right? Did they take that down? RJ, do you know?
Here we go. This
not native Seattle boys. So
Right. Yeah, this is all right. Getting exposed here. As far as bridge, I mean, I don't know, West Seattle Bridge. Let's go with that.
The answer is actually the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Galloping
Yeah.
Gertie was
Yep.
the original name.
the bridge. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, and I screwed up there myself. I screwed up because I didn't give the guys a chance to steal. So, like I said, these are warm-up questions, so I'm kind of warming up too.
Rigged.
Yeah,
The
totally rigged.
zebras
I had
here,
it. I was like,
man.
Tacoma Narrows. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
No, thank God.
Just
Sorry,
give us
Kraken
the-
Pod.
Getting exposed early. That's not good.
That's a
Well-
point.
Yeah, we'll put a little asterisk. You know, maybe we'll give you guys a point for now. I'll take it away later. If I
Yeah,
feel
they
like it.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, Kraken Pod. Question 4. Debuting in 1978, which Seattle mascot was part of a championship-winning season the next year in 1979?
All right.
I feel like this is a trick because the only team that won a championship in Seattle for years was the Sonics.
So when did they expand into the NBA? Like when did they? Because were the Sonics a like
Well, this is
an
why it's
ABA
so
team?
gut wrenching because when the Sonics were taken away from Seattle, went to trash Oklahoma City. At the time, they were the only Seattle franchise to win a championship. So I know that the answer is the Sonics, but like, was their mascot Squatch in 1970, 1979? I don't know.
But is the answer a Sonic though? Because
Whatever their
there's
mascot,
a
was.
is. Like,
yeah, it was the
just-
Seattle. It was the Seattle Sonics, but I don't know what their mascot.
Well, I
was.
was born in 1979, so it was it like, and there was like a lot. Maybe it was like just a big doobie because it was like a lot of drugs back then.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what they called it back then too.
Yeah, the Seattle Doobies. That's a fun fact that Jeff.
So I would say, let's just say final answer, Supersonics.
yeah.
It's incorrect. So ECH for the steal.
I think the Sonics champion. But I mean, would they make it? Would he make it Squatch twice in a row?
Siri.
We might as well try, right? Like,
Yeah, let's go with
anything else.
Squatch.
Incorrect.
Okay.
The answer is Weedle. It would not
What?
be until 1993 that the Sonics would debut a new mascot, Squatch, who was the team's mascot until 2008 when Oklahoma City did their thing. While representing the Sonics, the character wore a jersey bearing number 0, just like Bowie the Troll. So yeah, Weedle was the mascot back then. Kind of a tricky one. Sorry.
What's the Weedle? Is it a playoff of like? What is Weedle?
Yeah, what was
Weedle's
Weedle?
a Pokemon.
I told you. I'm telling you, man. That's weed, like marijuana, like doobies. I'm telling you.
Shaped like the Space Needle. Throw a jersey on them. Now it's Weedle.
Maybe it is Space Needle Weedle, like a stoner on top of the Space Needle. All right, move on.
All right.
I'll see if I can find a picture here by the end of the stream. But yeah, that was. I think Bowie did do like an arc to that. He was up on the top of the needle. He said he wasn't Weedle. Anyways, okay. So that was whoops, question 4. So question 5 now, and this one goes to ECH. Right? Selected by Seattle in 2002 as the number 1 pick in the draft, what local legend announced their retirement from professional basketball this season?
All right, Dylan, you got this one?
Sue Bird, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
That is correct.
Come
Sue
on.
Bird. All right, so we're even again, 2-2. Going back to Kraken Pod. There you go, Weedle on the needle. Weedle is a glorious, glorious beast.
Look at Weedle.
So happy.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Gritty before gritty.
Yeah.
Weedle's having a good time.
We have. Wait a second. Do we have some controversy here? All the people making fun of Bowie and saying how great Gritty is, and look at they stole Gritty from us.
Yeah.
They did.
Like Dr. Seuss made a mascot.
That's good.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Whatever ad firm was in charge of Grimace for McDonald's back then.
Oh my god. There's gonna be so many nice little highlight clips from this. I can't wait.
I'm ordering this book now from Amazon. It costs $1,000. Okay.
Okay, question 6, Kraken Pod. You ready? Here we go.
Ready.
What Nirvana album does the Kraken's goal song Lithium come from? Which album?
Isn't the album Lithium?
No, it's not. It's from It's
Jeff, you know better
bleach.
than I do.
Yeah, I think it's bleach.
Bleach, okay.
Because Nevermind was the big one, and then before that, I think it was Bleach. Was it Bleach? I see the cover in my head.
What's the
You know,
cover?
I-
Describe the cover. I'm a visual person. Is it the baby underwater?
No,
No.
that's Nevermind.
Yeah.
It's you have no clue.
I'm leaning Bleach. I'm with you. I'm going to put my faith in you. I think it's Bleach.
All right, final answer, Bleach.
That is incorrect.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
All right,
Can I
Dylan, do
swear?
your thing.
Shoot.
Steal this one.
Oh God.
I don't know definitively, but like I feel like the safest option then is to go Nevermind.
It is. Shoot.
Ah!
We overthought it.
Yep, that's correct. Never mind.
God.
So
Sorry, Joey.
kind of tricky,
It's
you
fine.
know? Putting
No,
you guys
what-
on the spot a little bit.
Him saying it's fine means we have to talk after this is over.
I've already sent him a text.
I know that phrase very well in this house. Yes, I totally get it. Okay, question 7. This goes to ECH. What form of art are Seattle area artists Dale Chihuly and Fritz Dreisbach famous for? What type of art? What form of art?
Glass art.
Final?
That's what I'm going with. Yeah, final answer.
I will definitely take that because the answer is
Glass blow,
blow.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
yes.
Dude,
correct.
did you really know that? Was that just
Nice job.
a guess? Did you just know?
I'm like right over here by the Chihuly Gardens and Glass. So yeah, I've gone by there all the time.
Deductive
cool, by the
reasoning.
way. Go check that place out if you haven't.
Earning some local cred back, hopefully a little bit after missing on the Narrows Bridge.
Okay, question 8. Going to Kraken Pod. What 2 infamous left-handed guitarists were born in the Seattle area and died at the same age?
Well, Jimi Hendrix is one.
Hendrix, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And then left-handed
I thought you could
guitar.
start naming like Seattle area bands and see if their guitars passed away, because this is where I'm bad. Pearl Jam, guitars alive, yes or no?
Yeah,
We're gonna replay
yeah.
this until the end. of time.
Everybody's alive.
Watch this.
But so 27 is the year, because that's like Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, something like that.
Everybody.
Everybody, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm just glad I made it past 27, to be honest.
Shit, me too.
guys, just wait till you get to 43. You start wishing back for the 27 year. All right, shoot. All right, so somebody from Seattle who died. I'm thinking of Lane Staley wasn't a guitarist. I'm thinking of oh God. This sucks. I've had 2 music questions. Like, I live and breathe music. I've gotten no music questions right.
Yeah, it shows. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. No, you're right.
Listen, I'm not helping you out at all, because all I
No.
had was Hendrix, and I have no idea who the other one is. So I can't.
You know, I'm thinking of like everybody that I know of from Seattle, and I don't get super deep into the Seattle music scene, but Chris Cornell, he just died. He wasn't a guitarist. So I'm just going to guess. Gosh, I can't think of it.
It's gonna be something stupid like Kurt Cobain. We're gonna be like, we're the biggest idiots of all time.
I can't. I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Just throw out Cobain. I mean, like, screw it. Worst case scenario is, yeah.
Dimebag Daryl. I don't know.
Back, Daryl.
No, he's not from Seattle, but we don't. I don't got it. Yeah, I threw it out there. Yeah.
All right, we'll give ECH a chance to steal here.
I mean, it is Cobain, right? The other half, it's Hendrix and Cobain.
That's our final answer.
All right, final answer, and that is correct. Jimi
I
Hendrix and Kurt
quit.
Cobain.
I'm done. Joey, you're in charge.
I feel like we're just teeing them up right now. I really feel like we're just lobbying up.
I do feel bad on that one.
So
I knew it the whole
I know this
time.
'cause-
I was getting worried.
Hey,
but-
boys, a
I'm trying to
garbage
keep
goal,
a poker face over here, and I'm
a
struggling
goal
a
off your
little bit.
skate without a kicking forward emotion is still a goal. Take it. You got to take it.
He there is born in the Seattle area. Aberdeen, I believe, is where Kurt Cobain was originally roaming, but still, within earshot of Seattle. Okay, next one. I forget. It's been a little while. Who started? You guys stole, so we're going back to ECH here, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so question 9. Registering on local seismographs, the legendary Beastquake play occurred when Marshawn Lynch busted through the New Orleans Saints defense
Come on.
for a touchdown during an NFC wildcard game. What year did that play happen?
I'm just going to say Jeff immediately picked up a phone. So
I'm tweeting. Look at
okay.
No, look.
No, we're in New Orleans. They play this highlight 30 times a year, being like, I hate that team. Like, it's there.
Podcast honor. I'm not.
I'm fun. RJ,
I know. What year was that?
I've got 2 years that like immediately came into mind. That was 2009 and 11.
I was thinking 11.
All right. Fact, should we go with that? Because both of us thought it.
I guess 2009 wouldn't surprise me either, though.
Well, no, wait. When did Marshawn even come into the league? Wasn't it like 07 or 08 anyway? Or was he 06?
Right, because
it took him a little while to get over to Seattle.
I remember when he was in Cal and I had his rookie card. What year was that?
I don't know. Because wasn't he on something while he was still a Buffalo Bill? So I don't know. I would lean towards the later date personally.
All right, let's trust our gut here. We'll go with 2011.
That is correct. January 8th, 2011.
There you go, Dylan.
Was the actual date.
Actually knew that one
of the Beast.
Yeah, I was ready to steal one. All right.
All right.
Man, if we get another music question, I'm driving to Seattle immediately.
All right, stretch out a little bit. You got this next one. I feel like you guys are going to get the comeback rolling. I'm rooting for you. I mean, I'm also rooting for ECH too, so whatever. Okay, question 10.
We know where you're at.
No, I'm impartial. We know Seattle was the first U.S.-based team to win the Stanley Cup, so we're getting a little tougher here, right? Through the warm-up. Who was the second U.S. team to win the Stanley Cup? Seattle was the first. Seattle Metropolitans, obviously. Who was the second U.S. team to win it? And I'll give everybody a hint. Is that okay, ECH? Since you guys are potentially going to steal.
Yeah.
Think original six here. All right.
So
I obviously have no fucking idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying not to earmuffs this whole.
Earmuffs, yeah. So it's tempting to go with Detroit because the Cougars, they knew the Cougars back in the day, and they did win some cups back in that, because the Metropolitans won it in what, 20 or not 20,
1917.
Yeah. So like the Cougars, Detroit was right there. And it was, I think, the New York, I don't know if it was the Rangers or the Americans, but I think I don't know, Joey. I might.
Yeah, we have a 1 in 6 chance. I just say we pick an original 6 and just go with our gut. I mean,
well, we have a 1
at it.
We actually have a 1 in 3 chance.
True, fair.
So not Chicago, definitely not New York. I'm gonna say Detroit. I'm gonna go with Detroit.
There you go.
Detroit for the Canadian friends. Final answer. Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect. So ECH for the steal here.
All right, RJ, is it Chicago or Boston or?
My first thought was Chicago. I don't know those New York teams though.
Yeah, but if it's the original 6, I mean, it wouldn't be the Rangers, right? So
yeah, let's go with Chicago.
All
right, final answer.
That is also incorrect. So the answer was the New York Rangers.
Oh, it was
1927. I did see Will Harrison say the Coyotes.
I mean, if you leave Gary Bettman alone with the NHL Wikipedia page, it might say that.
Amazing.
Storied franchise playing in front of college kids this year.
Yeah.
All right. Next question here. This goes back to ECH. Playing near. Now this is tough too. Ty stumped me on this one, so we can all thank Ty for this question. Playing near Climate Pledge Arena, the Seattle Cascades play what professional sport?
All right, so I know that, assuming I'm like remembering this all right, I know this because I parked in a parking lot near one of these games to go to an NHL game up there, a Kraken game. It is Ultimate Frisbee.
That is correct. Ultimate Frisbee.
Well
they
done,
play,
Dylan.
Yeah.
Make like $300 a year, guys. Like, it's serious stuff.
They play in the Western Division of American Ultimate Disc League. So go check that out. Yeah, that's
I've seen it on ESPN. Not trying to be, funny. It's pretty intense.
Mhm.
Although I would think you'd have to pay to be in it. So I'm shocked they get paid.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like the players of the team like own the team kind of thing, and then like you just eke out whatever you do in merchandise and stuff. Which I got to say, tons of people showed up for that. Seattle sports fans, they show up for any Seattle team regardless of the sport, including Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
Yep,
That's cool.
very loyal fans up here. Okay, back to Kraken Pod. Question 11. Keep rolling here.
How many questions do we have? It's 7-2.
Don't worry, we're gonna have some rapid fire ones. You guys got a good chance to get back in this. I'm definitely.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's gonna
Thank
happen.
Okay.
Okay, question 11. Kraken Pod. Playing. Oh, whoops! I did. This.
That would be Ultimate Frisbee.
Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. The actual question. No steal points allowed here. Okay, this is kind of a getting to know each other. Oh, wait, this is supposed to be ECH. Okay, so we'll switch these around.
That's
switch
awesome.
these around. No steal
That
points
is
allowed.
great.
In what U.S. city did Jeff from the Kraken Pod almost get into a fight with an extremely rude elderly gentleman, that shoved his wife this past summer? Any ideas what U.S. city that was?
All right, so I don't know this one for sure. I have not heard this story. Sorry. So we're gonna have to play the percentages, Dylan.
I know.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm trying to remember, like on Twitter, like if I remember anything about this, like or
Because I
just
feel
Jeff
like I've
being
seen some
somewhere else.
tweet. Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It's the home of a Western Conference hockey team.
I feel like that might be designed to throw us off because my first thought was Vegas.
Oh, okay. I thought Virginia for some reason. I don't know why. So we could go with yours if you want.
Yeah, but I feel like you wouldn't want to help us. If it's Vegas, that would just direct us closer. I mean, what others?
Nashville? Like,
oh, that would
like
be
close by.
That would be the one to throw us off. Yeah.
Well, Western Conference, guys. Western Conference hockey team.
Yeah. Nashville's in the West.
It's been a while since I've been home to Michigan. So, all these.
I was going to say, yeah. So I'm fine with either of those, RJ.
Let's play the odds and go Vegas. I'll feel really bad if it's Nashville. Vegas, final answer.
It's incorrect. Jeff, do you want to tell him where it was?
It was my first ever trip to Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
And we were on scooters, those little electric scooters. And we were cruising around, and there was this bridge. We couldn't go under a bridge because we're really paranoid, right? Like, so we're like, we don't want to ride on the sidewalk because they say don't ride on sidewalks with these scooters, which is dangerous. So, but there was a bridge. We felt unsafe staying on the street. So we went on the sidewalk, and we were very slowly coming around this like bend, and a guy who's probably like 70 with his wife come out of a store, and my wife was in front of me, and he put his shoulder into her and said, you can't be on this sidewalk. What are you doing? Blah, blah. He didn't know I was behind him. And I like lost it. Like I'm pretty passive dude, but like I glitched out, and I said like, I was like, did you just bleep and put your shoulder into my wife? He was like, and his like elderly wife is like holding it back. She's like, no, don't. And I'm like, you? And I like just sat there and cussed him out for like a minute, and everything was fine. Like my wife, nothing happened. She was just in shock, and I was like, what the? And then we just, rode on and then drank. So, yeah, Denver was great. Just that guy.
You just never know.
Yeah, I didn't put that question in to poke fun at anyone. It was just, it stood out to me in that episode when I listened.
It's a funny story now, but I do, in all seriousness, I hope that guy is dead. I hope he's died since that's happened. So
yeah, I mean, that's not cool at all. That
lower the shoulder.
Be aggressive with. Yeah, I don't get it.
It was
Craziness.
weird. Not good.
Okay, so Now, ECH, you've done your thing there. Kraken Pod, you guys get to try to answer a question about ECH here, okay? So
I like this concept.
Yeah,
no
me
steal
too.
points allowed.
It is good.
Dylan from Emerald City Hockey was an unfortunate victim of ID theft this past summer. From what popular chain restaurant were his loyalty reward points stolen from his account? What popular chain restaurant?
Okay, so
We're going.
I'm
This is a shock
judging.
for me.
I'm judging based just on appearances, which is terrible.
Wait, what?
So I'm looking to see, like, all right. So I'm trying to think of, like, okay, so
Where would
I couldn't
Dylan
tell if you were
eat?
talking shit or I think, what is Jeff saying right now? All right, very confused.
I'm just trying to see, like,
Okay,
where
we're-
where would these two guys eat? Like, would they go? What chain restaurant would they eat at? Like, they don't look like.
You think like Applebee's? What are you thinking?
My first thought was Chili's.
Chili's.
But then you know
Yeah.
what though is like, wait, about how old are you guys? Like, what age range?
I'm
28.
26.
26, so like 28,
Okay.
26. So that here's my guess, Joey, is like when I was 26, are you guys married or single? Like, are you guys like do you like
He's profiling
have
right
families? Do you have families?
I do not have a family. I'm not married.
Okay.
Totally
okay.
single. I got my dog.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So like when I was that age, like I would think like just as an ironic, fun thing.
Gotta
to
think
do
of a
every now and
franchise
then,
that's still around now. We're the old people here.
Olive Garden.
Okay, I was thinking
Morning.
that too. I was also thinking like a Buffalo Wild Wings.
But then he's got reward points, so he's a
That's
member.
what I'm saying though.
Yeah. So like, would he spend that much time eating? Like, I would go crush. I was kind of fat too, so like, would I go crush breadsticks nonstop? I like what you're thinking as like a legit, like a good. I would go to Buffalo Wild Wings, drinking beer and watch TV and stuff like that. So
I also think if I had to, do you want to go B Dubs? Because I'm kind of leaning like a Chili's. I'm trying to think of like what place would have some serious reward points.
you answer this one because I have messed everything else up. So go
All
ahead.
right, well, I'm going to mess this one up. I'm going to go with Chili's.
Knocked yourself out of the right answer again. It is B Dubs.
God,
I will say this though. I will say
kidding me.
this. I think my favorite place to go and dine out is Chili's, and RJ can attest to this. I will
their
go in
Southwest
there,
dippers are amazing.
dude. I crush the chips and salsa at Chili's.
Yes.
Like,
Dude,
at least three baskets of chips and salsa all by
Oh
myself.
man,
chips
I had a
and
gut. I had a
salsa
gut
is good.
feeling B Dubs. I had a gut and I ignored it, and this is on me. This one's
Yeah.
on me.
Yep, it is
That-
B Dubs. Go ahead, RJ.
That whole time, me just trying to keep a straight face because I know one, it was B Dubs, and you landed on it, and two, that Dylan loves to go to Chili's. So I'm just like, wow, the profiling worked.
I shit you not. Those are the only two places I go.
Like, how'd you guys figure that out?
You got restaurant profiled, man.
Totally. It's just right there on my
See.
face, I guess.
That's a
Jeff
story
doing
about
some like
Walk by
CSI
you on the
work. there.
street, be like,
But-
that guy loves B Dubs and Chili's. Like, what the hell? How they know? How they know that?
But I will say this: Chili's needs to up their rewards game, because it's not like quite the same as B Dubs, where it's like you just get rewards every time you buy something, and then those points directly, just pick something off the menu. Chili's isn't like that; needs to be more like that. But yeah, had my B Dub Blazing rewards points stolen earlier this year from somebody in Texas who got a nice $30 meal on me, and thankfully was able to get them back. But yeah, it was fun. I was trying to call. I got the email about it. I tried to call the restaurant to cancel the order so this person at least doesn't get their free meal. And the manager, I get passed to the manager of the restaurant, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking dealing with this." Like,
Yeah, like you don't. Yeah, we don't get paid enough to deal with this. Like, yeah, he already ate his wings. Like, it is what it is.
yeah.
Oh, that's
The guy's
a
just-
shame.
Just getting bullied over the summer. Dylan and Jeff, jeez.
Oh man, seriously.
Rough summer.
Well, I will say is again, to not open that conversation up, but my wife and I go a couple times a year to Chili's just for the chips and salsa. Like, and that's legit. That's legit. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that kind of concludes the first set of questions. We're going to do a rapid couple of visual questions here. We're going to go into halftime real quick, do a couple of just take a little break, maybe let the guys promote some things real fast. Okay, so you guys keep your eyes on the screen. I'm going to take the first person that yells it out. I'll do my best, but also honor system a little bit because we don't have buzzers. We're not funded for that on this budget. So keep your eyes on the screen. you're going to see a goalie mask appear, and I need to know who it was. Once again, Ty Jacobs, we're calling this Ty's Tindy Mask Challenge. Okay, you ready?
Nice.
Okay, the first one should be popping up on your screen in just a second here.
At Belfour.
Nice.
Wait. I thought it was like forming. I mean, come on. Okay. Okay.
Did I jump the gun there?
No, you got it.
No, you did exactly what you were supposed to do.
Now I know.
Yep.
Now I know the game. Now I know the game.
So
the Eagle
added a point there. All right, we're going to the second one. We got 5 here total in the first half, and then we're going to do a few more later on. Okay, so second mask. Everybody ready? And here we go.
Martin Brodeur.
Dang.
Dude, you like.
I was like still looking at a black screen.
I won't get any of these. I don't even know why I'm not on mute right now.
His Wi-Fi is
the Wi-Fi router is going to win me this thing.
Yeah, what's your ping? RJ? That was impressive.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Okay, here we go. Third mask. Everybody ready? And go.
Chris Osgood.
Yeah.
God damn. No, you're ahead of us, dude. This is not right.
I see our colors. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, this is insane.
I was kind of hoping Jeff would get that one because he's got the Detroit history.
Oh, man. No, it's like I'm a half second after you.
I just saw the little flash of the cage. I'm like, there's only one that could be.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Yeah, was that the third one? That was the third one, right?
That was the third.
Okay, so here's the fourth. And go.
John Van Beesbrook.
Ooh.
That was still RJ. He's
I'm
so
impressed.
fast. He's the fastest kid alive.
Damn, this. I'm just gonna not even say anything. This is really amazing. This is honestly a talent. This is a talent.
We're gonna give guys over the Kraken Pod a point for that one just because.
Yeah, mercy point.
14-3.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, make it 12-3. Just make it so ours is at least a 6 at the end of this, and you guys can have 30.
When we challenge Sound of Hockey, I'm going to get swept by Darren Brown on this. So I'm taking the wins when I can.
No, we're coming back on, and I'm getting like gigawatt internet speed. Okay.
That's good. Okay, 5th mask challenge of the first half here. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Patrick Waugh?
That's correct.
5 for 5.
RJ
Unbelievable.
with a clean
I know you guys could
sweep.
see that one at least.
Yeah, I've been watching hockey for a year. Honestly, I have no idea what any of these basketball.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just like,
Fair enough.
I'm so out on this.
No, honestly,
like,
I would have.
Joey Chris Trigger, yeah.
Joey,
That
I'll buy you a beer. That's it's tough.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
When Ty sent those over to me, I missed probably 2 of those, and I've been watching hockey like my entire life, and I was embarrassed to be honest. So yeah, don't feel bad at all. Not easy.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. I don't. It's fine.
The Patrick Waugh one,
good.
if that one appeared, I would not have that picture. I would have figured that one out. It would take me like a minute just to guess it. So like the
blacked out.
I don't know what
for him.
Like RJ, just hey Joey, keep that in mind for when we steal him from Emerald City. So when we can start paying. We'll just steal both of y'all, and you guys can just do the podcast for us, and we'll just pay you, and we'll be like in a
We're gonna
chair,
lure them to Chili's,
smoking a cigar like this.
Yes.
How's the podcast, boys? How's the podcast doing? All right.
Okay, so we're at halftime here a little bit. If everybody, if you want to grab a refreshment or whatever, I'm gonna ask Jeff and Joey a couple questions real quick here, and then cycle over to RJ and Dylan. It is 12-3 right now on the scoreboard. Again, thanks everybody for joining in. We've got another set of questions and a few more mask challenges here. Should be fun. Jeff, Joey, you guys, you had a pretty busy summer. Jeff, you talked about your trip to Denver. Joey, maybe like your trip to Vegas, if you want to talk about that a little bit. But more importantly, I kind of want to hear about some of your content updates, plans for season 2. Promote your channel a little bit, and let's hear about that.
Yeah,
Jeff, go ahead and lead it off while I'm sneezing over here.
Sure. Yeah. Take care of your nose, man. You honker. So we're like, we're 1 year into doing the Kraken Pod, and it's been awesome. We have a lot of fun, So this year for us is a little more getting consistent and doing some different things. So like we're working on like, hey, we don't have a website yet. Hey, we don't have these other, so what we're trying to do is just kind of up our game in a lot of different things. But what's been awesome is the fact that, we're really super active on Twitter and on social. And that's where we just love having fun, like talking to all y'all. Like that's what's been so cool about this journey is that we love hockey. We love exploring this. We love doing this podcast. We're hoping to get a little more advanced in things like, doing cool things like this, more video, more stuff like that. So our whole goal is just to be that more entrenched in what the Seattle Kraken are doing and having a lot of fun. Saying that, I know Joey and I are both really pumped with the direction of the team. And, it was weird as going into hockey season last year. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to expect. I'm a family guy. We got 3 young kids, and I actually watched the most hockey than I had in probably 10 years or so last year, right? Which was pretty cool. And I plan to continue doing that this year. So long story short is we're having a lot of fun. We're growing, we're learning, we're connecting with cool people like y'all, and just really enjoying hockey. So that's pretty much about it. And then Joey's just trying to not be sick.
I'm trying to stay alive at this point. That's my goal for this season. No, yeah,
Survival.
Exactly. I mean, everything that Jeff said, like we honestly just feel so lucky because this is a thing that coming up with the concept of it and then evolving. I mean, to start with like what lies beneath, and then we switched over to like the Kraken Pod and everything that we've been doing behind the scenes and kind of working throughout the summer. It's at a point now where like things are growing and it's great. It's a good problem to have because we find ourselves so busy all the time now with this thing that we started. So yeah, we're like Jeff mentioned, just being consistent, looking at doing video, looking into merch that is hopefully sooner rather than later. Like we have a lot of things going on. But the things that we were doing last year, we're just building upon that, hopefully improving and continuing to go from there. But again, like Jeff said, meeting people like y'all and doing stuff like this, honestly, like we say this a lot and it sounds like a cliche, but the truth is like, this is really the best part of it. Especially for me being a Seattle sports fan who lives in New Orleans, like just a cool way for me to connect with other Seattle sports fans and fans of the Seattle Kraken. So it's a win-win selfishly.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Joey, you were from Washington originally, so probably cool to see like the Kraken come onto the scene and go through all that and all the experience and then get to cover it and have some success. So that's pretty cool. Thanks guys for that. RJ and Dylan, obviously you guys very busy training camp, right? It's definitely been a grind, day in and day out, I would imagine. Got the season starting. Maybe if you want to highlight any observations that you guys have talked about together coming out of camp, maybe some things different that you've seen from last year. And again, go ahead, promote your channel. I know you did your Patreon, kind of a relaunch there. You've got some content updates and plans for season 2. So let's hear about it real quick here.
You want to start, Dylan, or should I?
Yeah, no, I could start. I think real quick, I just want to give a shout out to the boys over there at the Kraken Pod and all the good work they've been doing. Having this team come in as an expansion team, an NHL team in Seattle, right? Lots of new fans to the game, much like Joey, and having a place where all those fans could go and kind of experience that alongside someone, I think was very, very important to growing the overall Kraken community last year. And, RJ and I weren't really able to provide that, right? Like we've been watching hockey like longer than either of us can remember and being involved in it and stuff. And so I'm appreciative, we've heard it from all the people talking with us, right? How much they enjoy those two over at the Kraken Pod. So definitely want to give them the shout out. And then, so we've got some good things coming down the pipeline. I'll just talk about the Patreon and then I'll pass it off to RJ because he's the one there every day at training camp. Relaunching the Patreon, 3 awesome tiers at different levels for everybody to join. The big highlights from it, though, is it's an additional weekly podcast from us called the Red Glare Podcast, where it's more of a casual and league-wide view of things. That's going to be kicking off. I think we're recording the first episode tomorrow. So that's going to be kicking off really soon in the next couple days. We've added, we always do once to twice a month, a live broadcast where we watch the game with people. We'll just live stream us commenting on the game and watch it with our fans and the community. That's a lot of fun. And then we've got some new additions, like I'll be doing monthly prospect chats with people, so we can all get together for an hour or two and talk about how all the Kraken prospects are doing in all their various leagues and whatnot around. And then RJ is going to be taking his practice reports. He's been limited by Twitter's 2-minute and 20-second kind of thing. So we're going to be taking those over to Patreon so that RJ isn't quite limited by that same thing. He can give more in-depth practice reports and stuff after every Kraken practice. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then there's a ton of new stuff in there. I won't take a ton of time and list everything, but there's lots of good stuff for people to go check out.
Yeah, I mean, we've completely revamped the Patreon. We've got a whole lot more stuff. So everyone go check that out. And I mean, kind of talking about the training camp, you talked about the practice recaps, and it's been just such a treat to kind of be there every day and get to share that with everyone. And I guess that's kind of my goal on the ground, right? Is just to have that coverage to kind of get everyone following us as close to the team as possible and make you feel like, you are there for every practice, every game, everything you can be, even when you can't necessarily be there for all of it. So that's kind of my goal. And also, Kraken PR has been super helpful with that too, in accommodating us and, really being more open and friendly to, non-traditional media outlets, right? I mean, we're not the usual kind of print journalism thing that you might be used to seeing. We're a little different, and they've been super welcoming on that. One big plus at training camp this year is, thanks to a lot of the COVID restrictions coming down, we now have locker room access as well. And that's really the beginning to kind of building those relationships with the players. You get to know everything that's going on a lot better. So, hopefully we'll have some fun stuff with that where, it just gives us a better, look at how the team's doing and can improve our coverage. So, Dylan mentioned the Patreon, go check that out. Also, I do want to shout out the Discord too, because we have a cool Discord server that's just been a great place for the ECH community to kind of come together and chat about things. I mean, I just looked at my phone for a second. It's just been going off this whole time, probably talking about this trivia challenge. So it's just a great place for the community. I love checking all the messages on it all the time and hopping on there when I can. So go join the Discord. It is a fun place.
Strayatic chiming in here, and both of you guys, I know, because Kraken Pod, you guys are going to launch some merch here, but he says they always forget to plug the merch. So yeah, plug your merch. Yeah, right? you got a Strayatic. All right. Yeah, we've got merch on our store. You can get there on the website emeraldcityhockey.com. You can go to the store. It's also in our Linktree. You get one of these cool deep dive shirts, hoodies. Dylan just showed the ECH logo. We've also got some fun player specific stuff. I mean, my favorite shirt design is the 3 wrongs make a right Shane Wright shirt, referring to those 3 picks before him. We got Furcus Circus. We got some really good ones on there. So go check out our store. Thank you, Strayatic, for reminding us to plug the merch. We do always forget.
Yes.
And Kraken Pod, I know you guys are planning on launching some merch here soon. You got the rebrand going, the new logo. Maybe a couple of comments there real quick.
I just might quit now because I've got so many questions for you guys at Emerald. First of all, how cool is it? So we mentioned I was in radio for a long time. I grew up in I started in old school, then it got new school, but it's just so awesome how social media and the power of just doing your own thing and podcasts has you guys started your own thing. And you now have access, and props to the Kraken, you have access to the locker room with players. This blows my mind. How cool is that? That first of all, you guys are that dedicated to make sure that you're in there and you're working and growing your craft. Props to you guys for really building something that's number 1, entertaining, number 2, informational, and the fact that you guys dedicate yourselves to that and getting that information out there, because who else covers practices in depth like you all? I don't think many people.
I'm in the Seattle Times. I mean, Jesus, that's a serious commitment. So
yeah, and look, and so the fact that that's happening and the Kraken let y'all do that, and it's because it's testament to how professional you guys are. But that's so cool to me that something y'all started, you've created your own media network, you're selling merch, you've got all this stuff. That's just, so props to you guys. Good for you. I love it. Joey and I have a lot of work to do. Like, I think one of our goals is just getting out to Seattle to see a game this year. There's just a lot of cool stuff that we want to do, but I don't know. I've got so many questions for you guys. I honestly could just use this whole time to just talk to y'all about, hey, how'd y'all do this? How'd you do that? But I would say this is, how do you all right, so do you have how do you get to practice every day? Like, how do you find the time to do that? Like, how are you able to get out there and make sure you're covering that? Is that like, you got a day job, you're like, hey boss, I'm going to lunch again for 4 hours?
Well, I mean, I'll go just a little bit into kind of the origin story and everything. And in kind of mid 2020, Dylan and I, it's height of COVID, right? And Dylan and I both found ourselves kind of out of a job at that point. We couldn't, it's COVID. We couldn't really go get a job or do anything, but we thought, okay, well, what can we do? And we both kind of had this dream of maybe covering a team. We had started Dylan has started, yelling at the ref a while back, just writing about hockey. We started a California specific thing that didn't really go anywhere, but we kind of had this idea in mind. And we said, well, while we're, just living in our parents' house, during COVID, let's start doing this. And it kind of grew from there. And at a certain point, I realized that like, hey, if I want to do this thing for real, I can't half-ass it. I've got to be up there. And I got some great advice from another, hockey outlet that basically said, go to everything, meet everyone, write about everything. Like what to do if you wanted to, succeed. And I'm like, well, if I want to start going to everything and meeting everyone, I got to be up there. So I moved up to Seattle, kind of sight unseen, thanks to, some other stuff I had done in the past. I had enough money saved up to where I knew I could just like for a year, just see where it went. And, regardless, whatever money came in or didn't. And so I just kind of took the leap and went ahead and did it.
Good for you, dude. Good for you. Like, that's a literal dream origin story. Like that's what's neat is like, getting to meet y'all and getting to talk to y'all. And I see what you're doing on Twitter and seeing what you're doing with the podcast and all sorts of stuff. But like here, this is cool. This is neat. Congratulations to you and kudos. You got something good going on.
No, we definitely got to do like a Zoom happy hour at Chili's type thing at some point.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun.
We get up there for a game. We can just go to Chili's in person, do a whole thing out of it.
The tour, the Kraken Pod tour includes an Emerald City Kraken Pod Chili's live show. That's for sure.
There you go. Boom.
And free chips. We're getting comped chips.
Yes.
I am going to award Jeff and Kraken Pod a point there for a nice question and getting RJ to kind of give the story there. So it's now 12-4. Just wanted to
don't call it a comeback, baby. Let's go.
It was all selfish reasons. That's it. It's the only reason I asked.
There you go.
But going a little bit back to what Jeff said, the platforms and the social media and the access, it really allows a lot of us, to be able to just kind of do maybe something we dreamed of doing. Maybe it's not our day job, but it's really cool. And like Jeff said, getting to talk with everybody and you guys and do this on the side, it's a lot of fun. And honestly, I think overall the Kraken community is better for it when we've got a good variety of channels and podcasts, just really good coverage. We've got, the professionals, we've got the amateurs, we've got the, people doing it on the side, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really cool. But so thanks guys for kind of sharing your stories and things we're looking forward to. Let's get back into trivia mode a little bit here. Put that hat on. Again, everybody go support all the groups here on the channel. Links are in the description. Hit the like button on the stream so other people can see it on YouTube. It helps push it up there to the top. But anyways, we all appreciate the support. Let's get back to it here. We're gonna go. I think it was Kraken Pod that had the next question, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
wait. By the way, boys, I just bought a T-shirt. So.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's a sweet logo. It's a sweet shirt. I'm ripping through some.
It is a good logo.
I got some nasty sweat stains on some T-shirts I'm tossing out, so I need some new ones. So I'm gonna be sporting that around Louisiana. People are like, "What's that?" I'm like, "You don't know. You're not cool." All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, Kraken Pod guys, you ready? Here we go. Going back into some questions, and then we'll kind of wrap things up, get through the stream, declare a winner, and everybody off into the wonderful night here in the Pacific Northwest. Again, thanks everybody for being along for the stream and sticking in there through the whole thing. All right, next question. You guys ready? Let's do this. Question 1 of the second half. This Russian player scored 5 goals, including the overtime winner for the Detroit Red Wings.
Sergei
December
Fedorov.
26th.
Final answer.
That is correct.
Yep.
There's a bonus part in there,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Yeah, see,
There's
I
a
screwed
bonus
that up.
part in there.
My
I saw
bad.
that. Who was the last person to score 5 goals in a game, right?
Would you have gotten it?
You would have gotten Timo.
I would have.
Like. Yeah, I feel like you would have gotten that.
That's my
if it-
fault.
No,
I got to
it's okay.
practice. I posted
No,
that
it's
Russell
right.
Wilson video
Who was
before.
the most recent team that had a player score 5 more goals in an NHL game? Was it scored 5? It was it Pittsburgh?
No.
Okay, simple. Thank you for that clue. No, I can't
Yeah, no,
think of who it would be. Who had a player score 5 more goals in an NHL game.
He already showed the
Yeah, it's-
answer. He was asking you if you would have gotten it.
Dude,
Are
I've
you
been
drunk?
drinking wine. Yeah,
you're drunk.
So it
okay, I was
happened-
like, something's going on here. And I was like, oh, Jeff's been pounding white
Oh,
It is kind of
I
hard
had
to
one.
see.
I had one glass. I didn't see it. I didn't see the answer.
wine.
Yeah, so it was the San Jose Sharks. Timo
Yeah.
Meyer, he scored 5.
San Jose
on-
Sharks points. No, actually, you know what? I had my little icons up on the bottom of the screen, so I did not see it. I've had one glass of wine. Chill out, bros.
All good. All right. Next one. This goes to ECH. Question 2 of the second half. Which player was the first in the NHL to score a full strength goal, a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, a penalty shot, and an open net goal in the same game?
I'll let Dylan, who grew up a Penguins fan, answer that one.
Yep, Super Mario.
That's correct. Mario Lemieux. Pretty impressive. I don't think that's only been done like once, right?
Pretty sure. That's
think
the
he's
only
the
person
only
I
one,
could
yeah.
think of. Yeah.
RJ gets a look on his face when they know the answer. I'm like, oh, me and Jeff are screwed. Like before, like as you're reading the question, I just looked at them and I'm like, oh yeah,
I was
we're
gonna
toast
say,
on this one.
this
They get
is-
the point.
This is one of my first times being on the same side as that face he gets, and it's a lot better on this end, let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's like smiling while murdering you. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
The Kraken eye, the red Kraken eye.
This overexposed pale ass face.
I have tried. I cannot make this lighting any better.
Oh my god.
It's a
I thought it was
struggle.
actually Greek. Crazy, right? Yeah.
All right. Next one, Kraken Pod. Gordie Howe. All right. Gordie Howe's multifaceted skills were so famous that a novelty stat was invented in his honor. The Gordie Howe hat trick, right? This reflects a player who records a goal, an assist, and a fight in the same game. How many Gordie Howe hat tricks did he have in his career? Hint, it is less than 10, and we're going to alternate back and forth until somebody gets it right.
I'm annoyed I actually don't remember this because we actually talked about this in one of the first episodes of the podcast that we did. And I had the stat pulled up and now I can't remember what the exact number is.
It's super low because I've heard this stat before. It's like 2 or 3.
I was thinking 3. You want to go 3?
Yeah, let's go 3.
All right, we're going with 3. Final answer.
3 is incorrect.
It's going to be fucking 2.
That was what I was going to go
I
with.
was thinking 3 also.
So do you want to increase or decrease by 1?
I know. Do we want to go 2 or 4? I'm thinking.
I was going to say, I say let's go up 1.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's go 4.
All right, 4.
4 is also incorrect.
2.
2. We're going 2.
2 is correct.
All right, let's go.
Despite the namesake, Gordie only recorded 2 of them in his professional career. So another point for the Kraken Pod. And we
By the way,
started-
I met Gordie Howe one time at Blockbuster Video in suburban Detroit. I was visiting my friend who was working there, and we were both huge, Red Wings fans. It was like high school, and in the middle of like their back-to-back cups. And I was at the counter, and she's like looking behind me, terrified. I'm like, "What?" And I turn around, and it's Gordie Howe and his wife. And I was like, "Oh, hey, oh my God, Mr. Howe, it's so nice to meet you." And he was like renting a video, which, probably was like something crazy. I have no idea what Gordie Howe watched, but
like Slapshot.
yeah, yes, like how ironic,
Ducks.
Mr. Howe. I love hockey. But I shook his hand, and this was in 1996 or something like that, and he was 70 or something, and his hands were, I'm not a big dude, my hands aren't, super big, but like his hands were, I mean, they were like catcher's mitts. It was crazy. This is old dude. And he shook my hand and it was like, wow, that's incredible. So,
yeah.
So I'll never forget that moment. Yeah. Blockbuster video.
Jeff has not washed his hands since. Just a fun fact for everybody there.
Yeah. I was going to say, give him a point for the story, but because he couldn't tell us what Gordy rented, no point.
Ooh, yeah. Good call. Good call.
It was probably Happy Gilmore, 96.
I was going to say, that would have been worth like 5 points in my book, just to get that information.
Oh, Jeff has some crazy stories about stalking players after winning the Stanley Cup and all sorts of good stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Pretty extreme.
All right. We'll keep rolling here. Maybe we can do some outtakes and some extra stories here again soon. I'm loving this. You guys, this has been a lot of fun again. Thanks a lot for being here and everybody watching.
Thank you.
Tonight. I'm having a great time. Okay, next question. This goes to ECH. Here we go. Ryan Donato scored the first ever regular season goal for the Seattle Kraken. Name one of the 2 players that assisted on that goal. Just one player.
This is the kind of RJ's in charge of the Twitter account. I feel like he should have tweeted that one out and remembered it.
I know this is definitely like my purview here on the trivia. So I remember the play. I mean, the puck was thrown in the net. He knocks in the rebound on the backhand. Do you remember, Dylan, what the line combos were? Because we were there at that game. And I remember they had all the crazy COVID stuff where the players were coming back into the lineup. Who was playing with Ryan Donato?
I don't know, because I want to say he was bottom 6, right?
Right.
So they had McCann down there sometimes, but like Tannen might have been out there.
My first gut reaction was McCann, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. So like we could do that if you want.
Yeah, why not? Just vibes only. Jared McCann.
Okay, that is incorrect. So over to Kraken Pod. Chance to steal here.
I feel like this is make or break time now.
Well, I think unless there's 40 questions left, I think we're out. But yeah, so I'm envisioning the goal too.
You're thinking something.
I know, but it's been so long. Like I'm just now like honestly having flashbacks of thinking about that goal. I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's right.
I know I can remember the play, but
it was thrown in front, but like so that's what I'm thinking is like there's a D man involved in that.
I know I wanted to be crazy and say something like Morgan Geeky. That could be. That was what my gut went with, and I don't know because I also feel like this is kind of being set up to where it's going to be someone kind of obscure.
I don't know, man. I think Morgan Geeky could be all right because
of the way the play was set up.
Yeah, I just remember there's so much buzz being around him at the beginning of the season, and I loved his speed. I don't know. Let's just go with it, man. Gut vibe. Right. Let's just steal that vibe and go with it.
We're going with it. Morgan Geeky.
All right, that is also incorrect.
Damn it.
We were so.
My vibes are so off. Oh my!
I mean, I could hear the gears grinding. It was good. I love it. So the answer was either Vince Dunn or Jonas Donskoy on the assist there. First ever regular season goal.
Joey, I'm telling you, I was gonna say
Undertaker.
I know you were thinking my favorite Seattle Kraken player.
Love it. All right, this one goes to Kraken Pod. Question. We're going a little food trivia here. All right, you food questions. Which coffee flavored Italian dessert takes its name from the Italian word "pick me up" or "cheer me up"? Is
that on tiramisu?
Is that final?
Jeff?
I mean, you're the food dude.
All right, I'm going with that. We're going with that.
All right, that is correct.
Boom.
Nice job.
Where did that come
More
from?
Food questions, by the way, if you want to just...
Yeah.
It's coffee flavored. It's kind of a thing here in Seattle. It seems like everywhere I go, they've got
I like it.
tiramisu.
It's the first time I felt confident in the last hour and a half.
I figured I'd throw a few food questions in there. We went pretty heavy on the hockey coming into the second half. Okay, so we're staying with
food. Can we get more goalie masks, please?
Just wait.
Rapid fire 5-point plus lead, yeah.
Okay.
The ticker is going up.
Right. All right, ECH, this one's for you guys. This brewery, originally located in Tumwater, Washington, was founded in 1896 by Leopold Friedrich Schmidt. Frank Kinney proposed the regionally famous slogan, "It's the water," to promote the brewery's flagship product. Unfortunately, the brewery in Tumwater there was closed in 2003. Name the beer or the brewing company. 4 point.
Wow, it's a good question for the two of us, RJ?
Oh yeah, no, perfect. You give the two of us the one about the beer. Who I don't drink, and Dylan, I
Only when playing FIFA.
Yeah, so that's right. Okay, so let's think about this here. So it's a local beer. Let's see. You're on the screen, Dylan, so I can't read the question. But I mean,
Tumwater, Washington. Sorry, I can kind of read it back again. Founded 1896. The slogan was "It's the water," to promote their flagship product. It did close in 2003. So name either the beer or the brewing company.
All right. So is my main question here is the brewing company still around, or just that one brewery? Let's see. Brewery in Tumwater was closed in 2003. I don't know. As far as like local beers, I only know like Rainier. So I mean, do you have anything else, Dylan?
Nope.
All right, that's our final answer. Let's get on with it.
Okay, that is incorrect. So over to Kraken Pod to steal here.
Jeff, I'm going with Olympia Brewing Company. Ole.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go with that final answer.
And that is correct.
Boom.
It is Ole or Olympia Brewing Company.
Boys, when you're ready to start drinking, talk to the Kraken Pod.
Yeah, you want to drink some Italian desserts? We'll find you over here.
We are your guides. We will guide you safely. That's why your skin is glowing and impeccable. You don't drink. That's awesome. Good for you.
Makes a lot of sense. They're very youthful. Yeah, they're actually 10 years older than us, Jeff. We're screwed.
The youths.
That's good. Okay, so this one goes to the Kraken Pod. All right. We have a Seattle-style hot dog, sometimes referred to as a Seattle dog. It is often sold from game day food carts in Seattle. It is a hot dog topped with sautéed onions, sometimes jalapenos, and this key ingredient.
I do not know this. I've actually never had a Seattle dog.
So well, we could think, is it like raw, like salmon, like straight from the,
just a hot dog with salmon on top,
and some lox salmon, on
sprinkled halibut on top of some relish.
Well, is there anything? So it's a Seattle dog, Joey. Is there anything that's like, a key ingredient that's grown, or like from like a certain condiment that's like, oh man, like here, Louisiana, it's like red beans. There's specific companies. There's something famous that's from Seattle that is a food that
a lot of it is. I mean, the majority of it is so seafood based that I can't. This is gonna drive me nuts because I never had a Seattle dog growing up. All right, so I think if anything, it's man, this is hard.
Could it be something like crazy, like
it's gonna be something stupid like sauerkraut, and I'm gonna kick my own ass.
What are the ingredients that we know? We've got sometimes jalapenos, but
mainly sautéed onions. Yeah,
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna
like some cheese, like some sort of like. I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with sauerkraut because I don't think it's anything. Like relative to the area, I think it's going to be something kind of quirky because that's also on par with something that just Seattle would do.
Well,
see them throwing a couple ingredients on top. I mean, the reality is we're just guessing here. Do you have a guess on whatever?
As a fan of sauerkraut on hot dogs, I mean, it's like ketchup, sauerkraut. Holy smokes, that's good. Yeah. So let's just go with that sauerkraut. Yeah.
And also, shout out to Leavenworth. They got there's a big German.
I'm Polish.
German,
Polish.
There you go.
We like our it's not as German, but the Polish, the Poles like our sauerkraut too.
All right, there's the ingredient. We're going to go with sauerkraut. Final answer.
All right, that is incorrect.
Damn
so
it.
ECH, you can steal.
All right, Dylan. I got this one. A nice, generous smear of cream cheese.
What?
For real?
Yep. It's not
cream
bad.
Cheese.
Like
it sounds good.
I love cream cheese. I just would have never guessed that in a million years.
Yeah, it's
We
not too
took
bad.
too
They
long.
actually serve them at the arena. I think they partnered with, was it Bavarian Meats, that they did like a stuffed sausage with some of those ingredients in there too. But anyways,
That
yeah.
sounds delicious. That sounds delicious.
It's
I want
really
one
good.
right now.
Honestly, I think it's better out on the street at the food carts. That's kind of where it's at. But like if
Oh,
you go
yeah.
to Seahawks or Mariners game, all those food vendors down there. All right, so we'll keep rolling here. This one goes to ECH. Oops, I forgot to add a point there. So it's 14-8.
That's okay.
And okay, next one. The Fremont Troll is a mixed media colossal statue located on North 36th Street at Troll Avenue North under the end of the George Washington Memorial Bridge, also known as the Aurora Bridge. What is the troll clutching in its hand?
You know this one, Dylan?
No, I've been staring at pictures of this thing for like 4 days straight now, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I was actually today years old when I learned this.
Yeah, I believe it's a VW bug.
Final?
That final answer, yeah.
That is correct. Volkswagen Beetle.
Unbelievable.
Nice job.
I am done drinking forever.
Makes you better
Your
looking
brain,
and smarter.
your brain is like firing on 8 cylinders. I'm like on a 4-banger over here.
I feel like I'm running a unicycle.
All right,
That's
Kraken Pod,
incredible.
here we go.
Okay.
Next one, Seattle Monorail. It travels between Westlake Center and Seattle Center. It has 2 aluminum trains. What are the names of each train? I will take the original names, which are harder. I might even give some bonus points here. Or the current common names, both trains.
I only know about one because it really grinds my gears. And I don't even know the name of it, but I just know that it's covered in like all Pepsi shit. And it bothers me because I hate Pepsi products. And every time I see that train, because the only thing good that Pepsi's ever done is Baja Blast, and I'll stand by that. Yeah, so that drives me crazy. So I don't know if that's like the Pepsi train or what, but I see that train all the time. That's the only reason why I know it. That's the only information I have on the monorail. Just like the dog, I've also have never ridden the monorail. So I'm
All
like
right.
the worst Washingtonian of all time.
So you got the Pepsi and the
Yeah, Pepsi train, whatever. And then
And-
it's gonna, trying to think of something that would just
I feel like Jeff and
Makes
Joey are
sense.
going to beat me up after this trivia match. If they live talking about it.
dude, I got a mortgage to pay. It's cool. If I lose this, it's like it's all right. I'm going to
Yeah.
work tomorrow. I'm good.
There you go.
But meanwhile, like we shut this off, and you see me in my office, like, God damn it!
Yeah, Jeff's gonna think he turned his camera off. He just even destroys.
I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. Okay.
Yeah, I
Pepsi
don't-
and Coke. The Pepsi and the Coke Express.
There's no
man.
way. Yeah, whatever. We'll go. We don't know the other one, so screw it. We'll just go with that.
Okay, that is incorrect. So ECH, you can steal here. You know the names of the trains.
I take that monorail all the time. And yeah, there's the one that's just plastered in Pepsi stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
it is slightly
I don't know what the
obnoxious.
names. Well, I'm definitely going to be looking for this next time I take the monorail. I don't even really have an idea of what it could be.
I was gonna say, was one ever referred to as the aluminum monster? That's the best I've got.
all right, so
Should
we'll
it
guess
be?
aluminum monster for one of them.
And Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, go with it. Final answer.
All right, those are also incorrect. I love the creativity though, and I would probably give you a bonus point, but you're already ahead here. So the answer is actually they are named Blue Train and Red Train. The original names were Spirit of Seattle and Spirit of Century 21. So I would
That
have taken-
actually explains the Pepsi. I hate
Yeah.
everything about this. Yeah. Also, now I have the stupid monorail song from The Simpsons stuck in my head. So there's that.
Monorail.
Okay, this goes back to ECH now. We'll keep rolling here. A couple more questions, and then we're going to do 5 more mask challenges, and then kind of wrap things up. So
Oh, come
we're
on.
almost
no.
there. Yeah, you know, I definitely
We
testing
had
your-
closed the gap. The gap was closing. 25-8. Like, oh, come on.
All right, so actually, no, this is an all play. Okay, so grab your notepads. All right. So I'm going to have you write it down. Don't say anything. Whoever's closest here, and you guys are going to negotiate as a team before you pick your final answer. Pike Place Market, oldest continuously operating farmers market in the country. What year did it open? So whichever team is closest is going to get the point. Can't steal, obviously. So once you guys are locked in, let me know, and I'll say reveal your answers, and then you can negotiate as a team to figure out which answer is your final answer. See
I got one.
Inner team negotiating skills operate here.
Oh, you got the plays on there. You got your
Jeff,
playbook.
are those your flag football youth plays?
All right, blast 24 on 3.
Yep. That's it.
Okay, everybody got an answer written down?
We do.
Okay, let's see them. Put them on your screens. Okay, so I'll go left to right here, or top. Yeah. So ECH says 1893 and 1901, and Kraken Pod says 1921 and 1886. All right, so guys, discuss among yourselves. Pick what you think is the closest date to the year it opened.
I'm defaulting to you, RJ. I wrote the year the Stanley Cup was given out the first time.
Okay. I feel like it might be because I've seen that around because I've been to Pike Place a few times, and I think I've seen it was 19 something, maybe 1910. I'm going with 1901 just to kind of hedge our bets there.
Awesome.
Jeff, I went with 1921 because I don't know. I just felt like around the century mark is a good time to go back and date it. So I was like, I'll just tack on one more year. So I went with 101 years. That's why I did 1921. What was yours?
I said 1886, so I went way early.
Okay.
I was just thinking like, sweet. They were eating fish in 1886, right? Fish existed back then, I think.
Sure? I don't know,
yeah, I don't know. There's like the dinosaurs still. So I'm cool with doing 19. I'm going a little older. That's fine. They're going early, which may be right, but
all right.
What do we have to lose? What do we have to
Literally
lose?
nothing. Yeah, 1921. All right, cool.
1921. We'll do it.
1921 and ECH. You said 1901.
Yep.
All right. So the answer was 1907.
Cool.
So yeah, ECH, you're gonna get the point there. Because you were
Good
closer.
job.
Doesn't
Good
matter if you
job.
go over, under. I'm not. This isn't Price is Right.
Mm-hmm.
Count us regardless.
1 penny.
1907 and 1 penny.
Yes.
All right, another one of these. Whoever's closest. How tall is the Space Needle?
Oh
All
man,
right?
Drake
If
knows.
you get
Drake
it
knows.
exactly right, you get a bonus point. And if you are the Kraken Pod and you get it exactly right, you get 2 bonus points.
Nice pity point round. I like it.
Oh, God, dang it! This is pure guess. Jesus.
Let me know when you got an answer written down. How tall is the Space Needle? It's taller than 10 feet. I'll tell you that.
Is it real? I've never been to Seattle, so I've never seen it in person. So it could be fake. Flat
It's
Earth,
really
baby.
pathetic. I've lived here my entire life. I've never been to the top of the Space Needle. So, yeah.
Even I've done that. Never eaten a hot dog or rode the monorail. Come on.
I know. Okay, everybody ready? Reveal your answers. Let's see them. Okay, so ECH is saying 203 feet or 943 feet. Kraken Pod saying Kanye shrug or 669 feet. All right, discuss among yourselves. Which one are you going to go with here?
Going with Jeff's for sure.
So I'm going Joey strictly based off of like I grew up going to this awesome roller coaster park near in Sandusky, Ohio called Cedar Point, and like the best roller coasters there were like 400 feet. Like that's crazy huge. So like, and they were tall. So I've never seen the needle in person, but I'd say 669. I think that's got to be a feasible height for, and then in Louisiana we have no tall buildings basically. So I'm think let's go with that 669.
Doing it, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, ECH, if you want to lock in.
All right,
yours.
Dylan.
Yeah, I lowballed it massively just in case we got punished for going over this time. I'm guessing it's probably taller than a football field.
Yeah, so I think we should go with mine.
Yeah.
What was yours, RJ?
943 feet. And I kind of weirdly, I just imagine the Space Needle, like just putting it on its side and seeing how far that is to my apartment. Cause I know that's like a quarter of a mile and it's less than
The thing
that.
with
So
He's going to get it right. Exactly.
Okay, the answer is
Way too logical.
605 feet. So point goes
Nice job. Nice job.
Well
to
done.
the Kraken Pod.
Roller coaster
Fellas.
math. We just introduced a new math to the world.
Yep.
Right.
That is. Oh man, it's better. Hey, look, I have a second grader, and we're doing Common Core math. Holy smokes!
Oh yeah, man.
It's
Holy smokes!
kind of crazy.
That's some stuff.
It's hard.
That is some stuff.
Okay, we got 2 more here, and then we're gonna do the rapid fire and wrap things up. Okay, whoever's closest. We're talking about rain here. Surprisingly, Seattle gets less precipitation than places like Houston, New York, Atlanta, and Boston on average every year. We have more gray and drizzly days than others, but unlike the popular rumor, it is not the rainiest city in the country. So the stats going from 1945 to 2021, what is the average annual precipitation total in Seattle measured at SeaTac officially? All right, so once you guys got your answers written down, let me know. We'll put them up on the screen.
Yeah, give me a second to remember what rain is.
Yeah.
Still about 3 months away from that.
Just Jeopardy. What is rain?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all come visit us in Louisiana anytime you want.
Yeah, I promise you we get a lot more. Holy crap.
Okay. I got. All right. I got a number.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and throw them up on the
Alright.
screen when you're ready. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we got 14 inches and 65 inches for ECH. Joey saying question mark. Jeff saying 18 inches.
I'm deferring to Jeff again.
Just put a number down, dude. You're writing Kanye. Come on.
I felt good.
I was going to say, RJ and I have just kind of taken to this whole one of us goes really high, one of us goes low. We'll settle on one of them and hope we're somewhere in the middle.
Okay. I'm going to go with Joey. I'm just going to say 20. Just 20 inches just to lock our final answer in there.
There you go.
ECH, what do you got?
All right.
I mean, is it, you live up there? Is it over 20 inches?
I think it is. I know it's less than you'd think, but I remember looking at all these different cities and stuff, and like some were at 70 or whatever. I think.
All right,
I don't know.
then let's be assholes and say 21 inches, and then we'll be closer.
Well,
Like the price is right.
Yeah.
The price is right.
Sorry, we'll go with what you wrote down.
Over
You can do it. You can do it.
I know. No, we'll go with
No,
what
that's a good
RJ
move.
actually wrote down. We'll stick with that. We'll say 65.
Gentlemen.
It's gonna be 22.
65 final.
Yeah.
And 20 for the Kraken Pod here. Okay, so the answer is approximately 39.34 inches.
Wow.
So I don't know. Can you guys do that? I'm not very good at math. Who's closer here? That's
them, right?
19.
It's them.
19
They're
off.
closer,
It's them, yeah.
by about
Could
5.
have done the 22.
Holy smokes. You should have done it.
21. Yeah.
Need to practice my Common Core a little bit.
Nice guys finished last, boys. We're coming back into the mask round. We'll get this one.
All right. Okay, so this is the last actual whoever's closest question. So what year the Space Needle was first designed on a cocktail napkin by Edward E. Carlson as an inspiration for the World's Fair that occurred in what year? Whoever's closer gets the point. What year, what World Fair year the Space Needle?
Well, I'm pretty sure that
I got
every
this
World's
one.
Fair happened in the same year. Like, I don't think they ever actually happened. It's just now historians tell us I
was going to say.
Right.
every World's Fair, when you see a documentary like the World's Fair hosted in St. Louis is like, I'm going to say 1956.
I was going to say, can you imagine living in a world where there was World's Fairs instead of just quarterly Apple and Microsoft earnings reports?
I know. What happened to World's Fairs? Can we bring that back?
Yeah, I would
seemed
love
really
to go
cool.
to a World's Fair. Do they have scones? Count me in.
But they have
Okay.
a ton of scones.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we
50,
have scones.
62 for RJ, 54 for Dylan, 1912 for Joey. And,
I erased it right. I said 1956. 1956.
All right, so lock one in. What are you guys going with here? ECH, you guys go
You know
first.
what, RJ?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're
Okay.
going with then.
Oh, well then why even,
I'm sticking with
Why are we
19.
here?
Wait, what did RJ write down? I forgot.
pretty sure he
Okay.
knows it. Like he
Well-
knows the actual date.
We'll see. I know they just celebrated the 60th anniversary of the Space Needle and everything.
There you go.
1962. They painted it orange, which I don't like, but that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the orange either. But
All right, Jack, you want to stick with your 56 then?
Yeah, unless the stat man wrote something down wrong, I'll take 56. Sure.
There you go. We're sticking with 1956.
All right, RJ got it. 1962. So that rounds things out for questions.
Impressive.
Both halves. 17-10. Not too bad of a showing, Jeff and Joey. You did have like three questions where you kind of outguessed yourself. So I mean, that would have cut the
music
margin
questions.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
If we had the music questions right, we'd be going into this round with a chance to win if we got all 5 right, which would obviously be not a problem because we're really good at this.
Okay, so let's go into our final 5 visual questions here, and then we're going to wrap things up. Again, everybody, thank you for joining the stream tonight. Thanks to the guys from Emerald City Hockey and the Kraken Pod. It's been a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. I know we're at about an hour and a half on the stream here. Probably, it feels like we could go longer, but I don't want to go too long and, outdo things here a little bit. So, all right, let's do the visual mask challenge. Everybody ready? Keep your eye on the screen. Wait for RJ to call out the correct answer.
I was going to say, should I just write it down and give them it and just like let them go at it? If they miss it, then I'll take the point.
What if I just muted?
No,
RJ.
that's not nearly as hilarious.
You have to mute your mic and then take 2 steps back.
10-second delay.
You got to rush up to the mic and then turn it on.
Who is your internet
Okay.
service?
And this is for me too, by the way. Like,
yeah. All right. Here we go.
Oh, he's really doing it. That's hilarious.
Felix Potvin. No.
Oh, nice. That is correct.
It is Felix Potvin. There it is.
Point Kraken Pod. That's your first correct mask challenge question.
Stop the count. Oh.
All right. Another one. Here we go.
Go.
Curtis Joseph.
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Cujo. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
That's good math.
This is the RJ versus Jeff.
But like the military is going to sign this kid because he can like decipher code. Like this is like his brain is working in different.
Like, my theory is he
It's like
actually
seeing the
already
Matrix.
is working for the military.
That's it.
All right. Another one. Here we go.
I can't see it. Grant Fuhrer.
Oh, nice. Yep, that's correct. Taking the first thing you say.
Man.
Grant Fuhrer, St. Louis Blues. All right. We got 2 more. And go.
Oh man.
Can't see it.
It went away on the big screen.
I know it went away. I can't see it.
I'm trying to think about clues. I'm thinking about
Say
it.
something, Mike, so I can see it.
It's
Double click. Is it?
Oh, double
see.
click. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's
Is that Jaguar?
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh wow.
JS
Whoa.
Jaguar. That was my
Wow.
first thought. I just had to wait on it.
I saw the palm tree and I was thinking Florida,
yeah. No, it's
Tampa,
got
but
that
got the
terrible
orange.
web D up there.
oh, I missed the
Some
D.
lightning.
I hate that thing.
There's a lot going on in that mask.
Where's the web?
Great
D?
goalie, though.
Wow, that was a
So
good. That was a
top.
good one. That was hard.
Yeah, that one stumped
Good
me
job.
a little bit too. Okay, so last mask, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. Here we go.
Mike Richter.
Nice. That is correct.
Yep, well done.
Ooh.
Mike
All
Richter,
right.
New York Rangers.
I got some respect back in my name for being an old school. Thank God. Whew.
I was gonna do one that
that-
just like came into view and it was Bowie the Troll, but I
That
didn't
would
have
be
time
hilarious.
today. So
I was
yeah.
waiting for Gru.
Yeah. Anyhow, guys, it's been a great evening hanging out with you. I feel like it's been good to kind of bring the channels together. Final score, it looks like we have Emerald City Hockey with 19 points and pretty good showing from Kraken Pod, 13 points, guys. Great job. We were thinking Brandon might stop by to say hi, but I don't know if he's going to, and that's okay. But I just want to, a plug for him real quick. They did launch their podcast today, so congrats to them. Another great channel to put into your content rotation. We all appreciate that. So, guys, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a quick giveaway if you want to stick around for that, and then if you want to, do some sign offs and whatever from there, and shout outs to some of your supporters and friends, that'd be great. But if that's all right, we'll just do that real quick. I'm gonna switch over.
Yeah.
I did have, a pretty good response on Twitter, got some retweets and stuff. So I'm going to just pop over there, do a quick giveaway. We got the wheel set up. I put as many people in there as I could from subscribers and people that retweeted and liked, etc. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see who the winner is. Again, it's for that Kraken Turvis tumbler. Here we go. Let's see who won that. It is... looks like Costanza Sports. All right. I'm pretty sure that we are.
Name.
Yeah, Costanza Sports. All right. So congrats to him. Again, thanks, everybody for joining the stream tonight and watching. Guys, thanks so much for being a part of this. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, maybe ECH, I'll let you guys go first here. Just some last shout outs. You are now the official Kraken Podcast trivia champions. You get to, whenever you're ready, just let me know. We can challenge another podcast group in the community. It's totally up to you guys in your court. Just let me know because I know you're busy, like I said. But yeah, a couple of last shout outs and we'll wrap up the stream.
Take us out, Dylan.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for hosting this. This has been so much fun. I had a fantastic time. I think this was a fantastic idea that you put together. It was a ton of fun hanging out with Joey and Jeff, getting to know them a little bit. That was awesome. It's just been a wonderful night.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as soon as I saw your first DM about this idea, I was so excited because I'm like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. 100%. So yeah, thank you for setting this up. I mean, thank you to Joey and Jeff, for being a part of it. Really, really fun. Yeah, we got to do this again sometime.
For sure. Yeah,
Afra appearance.
there we go.
Afra's making an appearance. She's been very patient.
Nice.
She's about ready for her dinner. She's been chilling with me, but yeah.
So awesome.
That's awesome.
What's her name?
Her name's Afra.
Afra. That's
AKA Dog Skoy, as the community has named her.
Oh, there we
Dog
go.
Boy.
That's good.
That is awesome.
Hopefully Dog Skoy stays in the lineup, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, Mike, awesome dude. Thanks for having us in here. This was really cool because I know you plotted this thing out like a month ago, asked us to be part of this, which first of all, honor to be part and to be with you guys. I mean, it's neat to be with, you guys who are all established and have some cool stuff going on. So to be included with that is really an honor. I think RJ, Dylan, you guys are doing great things. Like I said, keep that up. We're huge fans. We're big supporters. And I just want to really thank the community, anybody who's watching this. And it's really neat to have just such a positive, supportive community, whether, it's somebody who's just starting a podcast or somebody who's been around for a long time or media members or even the Seattle Kraken. I mean, everybody just seems to be really into supporting each other. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Mike, for hosting. This has been awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I echo everything that Jeff just said. Mike, really thank you for setting this up because this is not an easy thing to do, even with just 4 other people. I used to work in staffing and services, and coordinating people to do anything is the most extremely difficult thing in the world. And so I always felt bad when we would finally reply to a month later being yeah, Wednesday's cool. So yeah, just thank you for setting that up. Dylan and RJ, awesome meeting y'all. Seriously, we look at your content all the time, support you 100%. What you're doing is great. Hearing the story about it was even better. That's just awesome. But getting a chance to actually connect with you guys is great. And to everyone that's watching, thank you. This has been a lot of fun. And had a blast doing it. So
definitely. Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Absolute pleasure being able to kind of host this. And thanks again for being here. Thanks to all the viewers, all the people listening on the podcast, all the subscribers on YouTube, followers on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it's been a great honor to be able to kind of be a part of this. And like I said earlier in the stream, I'm a big fan of all of you guys. I just want to keep that positive momentum going, Kraken community. as we go into season 2. Can't wait to see Matty Beniers, Shane Wright, Vince Dunn, all these guys just rally together. I think the Kraken are going to have a great year, and I can't wait to, listen to your guys' coverage as we go through the year. Good things happening in Seattle, and a great night. Thanks again, guys. We're going to sign off here. If you want to just go ahead and log out in the background, I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody, wrap up the stream, and I'll hit you up on Twitter in the meantime. All right?
Thanks, Mike. Thank you all.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks again, guys. Okay, so go Kraken, Jeff said on the way out. Again, you guys, go support everybody. I left the links in the description. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to publish the audio from this trivia battle out onto the podcast as well, so go follow and rate over there. I appreciate the support, and these guys definitely appreciate the support. Can't wait for season 2. I definitely want to hear from you guys on Twitter, and Costanza, I'm going to get in touch with you for that giveaway, get your information, and send that gift over to you. Thanks again, guys. Have a great night. We'll catch you on another stream. I'm going to keep doing the rapid reaction shows post-game. I've got Morning Cup of Kraken. I do that on the weekends, and also regular updates that go out onto YouTube and over to the podcast. So, I got to plug my own stuff a little bit too, and I appreciate the support. So we'll do this again. Hopefully Emerald City Hockey, maybe they have a few ideas for who they want to challenge next. I want to get everybody involved, keep all the podcasts involved in this, and give everybody a chance to do their thing in the trivia challenges. So thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on another stream here real soon, and I will talk to you in a couple of days. All right? Catch you later.